morning, Mandy.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Remember I told you about moving back in with my dad?
Yes.
Well, now he's saying that I can't move back in until I get my GED. Well, the reason why I'm moving back into my dad's house is because I want to be a better person and get a better relationship with him, and I can't concentrate at my mom's house, and there's just so much going on there, and I can't get my GED until I move back in because I need that whole environment, and he just doesn't get that. So basically, I'm never gonna move back in.
Okay. So you sound very frustrated. What is going on at your mom's house? It sounds like there's some other things happening internally. How's your progress in getting over your last relationship with Steve?
Well, I just want to be alone. I just want to sleep all day. I don't want to do anything. I just don't want to go to work, and it's just at home. Everybody bothers me about it. They're always asking me questions and asking me if I'm studying and ask what I'm doing all day to find out if I'm studying. And it's just like nobody will leave me alone, and I can't concentrate there because there's always something going on. My parents are fighting, or my stepdad and my mom are fighting, and then my little brothers are around sometimes, and I can't concentrate.
Okay, it sounds like chaos, but it also sounds that there are other ways for you to study. There are libraries, there are friends' houses you can go to. Have you thought of maybe finding an alternative way to try and sit yourself down and study?
Well, I was going to my sister's house and studying at my sister's house, but it's, she's another one. She won't stop texting me, and she, is asking me what I'm doing, and if I'm late to meet up with her to study, it's this whole big deal, and then my stepdad and my mom are constantly asking, why I can't go to school, and that they want me to be like my sister because my sister's this great person, and it's just, nobody just sees it from my point of view.
Okay, so it sounds that you are a little bit misunderstood. Now, have you ever tried to communicate properly with your family about any of these concerns?
Yeah, I try, but it's like every time we talk to them, they always, not put me down, but they just always question me on everything. I tell them I'm going to do it, but then it's like they won't leave me alone about it, so then I don't do it because they're just annoying about it.
You shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your sister, the last I remember you telling me about her, she's becoming a police officer, and she has her education, her high school degree, and on top of that, a bachelor's degree. How do your parents respond to her?
Well, according to them, she's near perfect, which is another thing that I have to listen to all the time about how they, how she's great and she's a good person, and then there's me, and it's like they want me to be like her.
Do you think that that's a admirable goal that you can maybe set for yourself, Scott?
Yeah, but I know she's doing well, but at the same time, it's just annoying, and then I just again don't want to do anything because everybody's putting me down and talking about her all the time, and it's just annoying.
So I'm going to break some social rules here. I'm getting the feeling that you are interpreting our relationship similar to how you are interpreting your relationship with your parents and your step-parents. And I feel that we set some pretty attainable goals about 6 sessions ago when you first started coming here, and I feel as though, Mandy, you might be stagnant, that you don't feel like really moving forward with some of our interaction. I don't want to see you kind of fall into the same cycle as you're doing with your family. I want you to kind of communicate with me how you feel about our interaction.
Well, I still want to do those goals. I still want to become a firefighter. I still want to get my GED, and but it's when everybody's yelling at me and constantly asking me questions about it. It's just I don't know. I just don't do it. I just get annoyed.
Is that why you feel that there might be this type of sense of being stuck in the same position that we were in 6 sessions ago. I feel that there's that you are having a hard time in like igniting your motivation to attain your personal goals.
But it's like I do it. I want to do it, and I figure out how to do it, but then something else happens. Somebody else gets in my way. I was doing great with Steve, and I was getting my GED, studying all the time, and then all of a sudden he breaks up with me, and now I can't get my GED because I can't concentrate because of him.
And how does being here make you feel?
I mean, I don't want to be here, but I guess I was able to figure out my goals with you, but it's just not something I want to do.
So you're kind of categorizing me with your parents. Seems to be why we're not seeing any progress on any of these goals we have written down from 6 sessions ago.
So what am I supposed to do?
Well, in the most non-confrontational way, I want to propose a solution to you. You could take it or leave it, but I think the first thing that you need to do is to start making things happen. I'm sure your sister, who you're describing as to be this, angel, I'm sure that she has endured struggles as well during her time in college. You mentioned that you have parents that are separated, and perhaps maybe a couple of situations that are going on as a result of that. She is also a part of your family, so she also went through that as well, and she was able to prevail. I want you to kind of think of that, just kind of like use her to be your motivation. And I know that you told me that she's a little bit harsh on you as well, but it's not a bad thing for her and the rest of your family to want success for you. As far as getting over Steve, it sounds like it is the root of what is occurring throughout the rest of your life. Now, do you think that perhaps involving yourself in getting your GED and becoming a firefighter, going to fire school, finding a job and maintaining one, do you think that would be a good distraction over the breakup?
Yeah, it would be. I think that, I'm at a point where, I want to, at the end of the day, have her regretting breaking up with me because, I'm going to become a firefighter. But it's like everyone else is ruining it for me because I can't concentrate, and they're just, always down my throat about doing this and doing that, and they just won't let me do it. I want to do it.
Okay. I'm going to interrupt you for just a moment there. I know that you just communicated with me some important information, but I want you to really hear yourself, what you just said, because it's like if it's not one excuse, it could be another. So when you finally say, okay, I can do this, oh wait, but I'm still heartbroken, so that's my excuse to not do it. I think that we need to maybe set another set of goals, like a subset of goals, just to get you over Steve. It's weighing you down, and it sounds like it's affecting the other aspects of your life that you are trying to work toward.
It is.
Okay, so we're gonna try and work on that. Okay, Mandy. Can you go into a little bit about what is going on with your mom and your stepdad? It sounds like that might be a bit of a reason why you wanted to move in with your dad in the first place.
Well, it's just that, it's like there's always arguing going on. They haven't been getting along, and it's, every time I'm in the house, there's so much tension. It doesn't feel like a home, and it makes me not happy there, and it makes me frustrated just being there because my mom's frustrated, and then my stepdad's frustrated. So then, it just creates this big frustrating house that I don't want to be in.
Okay. So do you feel you bring some of that frustration into our sessions together sometimes?
Maybe, I guess I could.
Okay. So, of course, what's going on with your mom and your stepdad is, it sounds very toxic, and I know that it creates an environment for you, making it difficult to concentrate. And that's why you wanted to move into your dad's. Your dad, however, is telling you that you need to get your GED first. He wants to know that you're making progress. Now, if you don't start making progress on any of these that we have written down, you'll never move back into your dad's house. And you'll never get your GED, which means you can never go to fire school, which means you can never strengthen your relationship with your dad or keep a job after that. And then it also completely depletes your motivation. So one of these frustrations that you're dealing with, you are going to have to find a way to deal with it in addition to just getting the ball rolling with your GED.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, I think I could.
Okay. So next session, we are going to write down a couple of goals that you have to get over Steve. He sounds like a total pain. So we're gonna try and break that relationship down, and we're gonna work through those elements just to get your head back on right. And we're going to tackle this GED. I want to, moving forward, I don't want you to categorize me with your family members. I know that they are trying to help you, as am I, but I am going to be somebody that is going to be a little bit more receptive to how you may be feeling. There won't be a biased opinion from your family in the sessions. So you need to be able to communicate with me effectively and try and leave the frustrations out of the sessions from here on out, okay? Okay, Mandy, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.